Last year I had surgery and I had a complete knee replacement. I live alone and unfortunately my brother-in-law died unexpectedly 2 weeks after I came home from the hospital. I had been to the OhioHealth facility on Africa Road for one physical therapy, and I had seen a bank of wheelchairs inside the doorway. I called the facility and asked if I could use one of their wheelchairs so that I could attend the funeral of my brother-in-law, and I talked to Amanda.
It was a late Friday afternoon, I'd say probably like 3 or 3:30, and I got a phone call on my phone, which I'm not really sure how it ended up on my phone because I have my own office, and there was a lady on the other end who was explaining that she had just undergone surgery, and she was having home physical therapy, and she was planned to come into our facility the following week for outpatient therapy, but in the meantime she had had a family death, and she was really wanting to go to the funeral, but her home therapist said the only way that she foresaw Kathy being able to go is if she could get a wheelchair.
So she put me in touch with a number and a facility up on Route 23 in Delaware.
And then hung up with her, and I went back to working on my stuff at my desk.
I called the facility that said they had one, and I had to be there by 5 o'clock.
I called her back just to see where she was in the process of things, if she was having success.
Amanda volunteered to go get this wheelchair. She said, no, I want to do this for you.
So I said, well, why don't you just let me go get it for you and I'll bring it to you? And she said, no, that's really sweet of you, but I can't ask you to do that.
I insisted no, that she not do that, leave her job to go and do something like that for me.
And I said, you're not asking, I'm offering. And so we kind of went back and forth a little bit, and I sweet-talked her a little bit more, and was able to convince her to let me come pick it up for her.
And gosh, within an hour, she was at my front door. And when I opened the front door, here is this little lady who's pregnant and lugging a big wheelchair into my front door for me.
I was concerned, well, she might not know how to use this thing, so I kind of gave her a quick tutorial on how to work the leg rests and the brakes, and so she wouldn't end up getting injured while trying to use this wheelchair. So that's the whole story.
And as soon as she was assured that everything was fine on my end, she decided to leave and would not take any money for gas, would not take anything from me, even though I offered many ways to compensate her for her time. She insisted no. Just do something nice for someone sometime, is what she said, and out the door she went.
I mean, really, it truly was not, in my mind, a big deal, and I feel a little silly sitting here, actually, because for me, it wasn't an issue to get in my car and go do this for her, and if that's the least I could do to make a big difference for her, great.
So she was right there ready to help, and to leave her job to go pick up something for me and bring to my home, that's just overwhelming. I was moved to tears. I was so overwhelmed by her kindness.
Most of the time, hindsight's 20/20. You don't have an opportunity to go back and do something over. So how you decide to respond to a situation, you only have one shot at it, and it's a domino effect, kind of how you respond to that. You may know or you may not know. In this case, I knew how it turned out, but sometimes you may not know how things turn out, and that decision that you make in that split second could completely change a person's life for the better or for the worse.